Hey guys, welcome back. DripCoach here with Drip and Farm for Poverty, where we don't trust, we verify and operate with integrity and transparency. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys a crypto coin that is as close as you can get to a guarantee, and it's a minimum of 50x all the way up to a 600x over the next few years. So stay tuned. All right, this is not actual financial advice, of course, and it is not a joke. This is actually legitimately a token or coin, I should say, that you all are probably familiar with and are currently sleeping on. And I did the math on this, and I want to show you guys what this looks like because it'll help it make more sense. So for it to reach this 50x to 600x price range, there is basically a 20% annual growth rate all the way up to 35% annual growth rate over the next 20 years. And showing you what that looks like and how insane that gets by the time you're done, here's where those numbers come up. So you have a 51x, 275x, and a 600x, roughly. So the question is, what token is this, or coin I should say, and how are we all missing this opportunity, just letting it slip by on the sidelines? Now, TLDR, these numbers here are made up. This token that we're talking about, this coin I should say, and the actual real numbers are here. 60,000. That's the current price of this coin. And if you're still sleeping under a bridge somewhere, head under a rock, that is Bitcoin. So this is not some meme token or some shit token or anything like that. This is the current price of Bitcoin. And this is the bear, base, and bull case scenario that Michael Saylor came up with at the Bitcoin Nashville Conference. We're gonna play a clip from that. But I wanted to put it in degen terms because it makes it more easy to digest, I guess. So it's like, oh, I can buy this token for, half a penny. Sure, why not? And then I'm just assuming over the next 20 years, it'll get 33 cents. Like that, for some odd reason, is easier for us to digest than 60,000 at its current price and then 3.3 million. It's the same X return. All I did was divide it by like 10 million to get a smaller number. But this value, like I said, comes from, we're gonna listen to that clip, but we got from Motley Fool, one top cryptocurrency to buy before it soars 20,000%, according to Michael Saylor. And Saylor recently spoke at the 2024 Bitcoin Conference, where he discussed his beliefs that Bitcoin's price will reach 13 million per coin by 2045. And that's his median case, like that's the middle. The bear case was 3 million and the bull case was 45 million. And he gets that off of the basic global wealth that is stored in financial and physical assets. And right now you see in this chart, Bitcoin operating up here in the corner, a small fraction. And then in his speech, he zooms out and shows you how it basically gets to 7% of all this money. Plus you have to factor in the amount of debasement of currency that goes into this over the next 20 years. So when you put those two together, that is not far-fetched. And on top of that, these numbers, 20%, 30%, 35%, is easy to wrap your head around when you see that Bitcoin over the years has averaged, 671%. So we're talking about it slowing down substantially and still melting your face with the potential gains in just 20 years. Now, I know all of us here, degens, want to get rich overnight, but instead of trying to get rich quick, what you should avoid is getting wrecked or getting broke slow, which is the debasement of your currency, and or you chasing shit tokens thinking that you're going to get rich from those and you're just throwing money down the drain. Let's listen to this clip real quick.
Here's my macro Bitcoin forecast. It's 21 years. Goes out to the year 2045. What do I think will happen? Well, I've got a bear case and a bull case, but what I think will happen is that 55% ARR goes to 50%, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. It's between 50 and 20. It'll gradually decelerate till it's growing about twice as fast as the S&P index. And at that rate, Bitcoin's $13 million a coin in the year 2045. 13 million. It could be a 3 million bear case. It could be a 49 million bull case. But what is Bitcoin? 7% of the world's assets then. What about the rest of the assets? Well, I actually think that AIs and technology are going to revolutionize tech. We had no companies worth $1 trillion, then we had a bunch of $1 trillion companies. You're going to see more because you're going to see companies with 100,000 AIs and no employees, and they're going to do the work of companies that used to have 100,000 employees. You're going to see mega corps develop, shipping robots and self-driving cars, and a company that gives a personal physician to 1 billion people without any doctors on the payroll. So clearly, equity's going to grow fast. Gold's going to get demonetized. Land will be less monetized. Well, look, here's the future in 2045. Doesn't look that revolutionary. It looks like today. It's just that.
So this is the chart that I was talking about here. So all he did is allocate 7% of those assets to Bitcoin. And like you said, it doesn't look that much different. Gold now has a $45 trillion market cap, and equities 850 trillion. Real estate, 1.3 trillion. No, it's gotta be more than that. 13 trillion. I'm not sure. Can't really read these numbers. But again, this sounds far-fetched, but you got to remember that the debasement of currency continues to grow at a rapid clip, and there's no putting the genie back in the bottle unless in the next 20 years, multiple countries create central bank digital currencies and wipe the balance slate clean and kind of start over. But I don't know if that will be as easy as it sounds on paper with the amount of people getting orange pilled and waking up to what the government has been doing. There will still be tons of sheeple that will, of course, be led to the slaughter under that they think the government is doing what's best for them. But I don't know if it can happen, kind of under the radar anymore. So he just mentioned, like he said, in his base case or bear case, it's 3 million for Bitcoin. And in his, bear case, 3 million, base case is 20 million. And then bull case is 45 million. So these numbers add up, and it's not hard to see that once you add that compound annual interest on Bitcoin. So the question I have is, are you sitting on the sidelines still thinking that it's not a good opportunity or it's too expensive when Bitcoin is sitting here at $60,000 and you're like, well, I can't get, as much as I want? How much do you need if it's going from 3 million to 45 million, or anywhere from a 50x to a 600x in the next 20 years? So you can easily get started with $50 in Bitcoin and get yourself 0.0008 of a Bitcoin right now. And even if that's all you could afford, you'd still be sitting pretty. 50 times 600, $30,000. Of course, with inflation and all that, it's not going to be worth that much, whatever that is. But if everything is getting demonetized by Bitcoin and we will be using Bitcoin as that base monetary layer, then having some portion of it now, being able to get at these prices, is going to be a hell of a lot better than you trying to put the equivalent of $50 in 20 years from now when it's sitting at 3 million to 45 million. So hopefully this little chart here makes this make more sense for you guys, and that it's not something you want to be sleeping or missing out on. So if you'd like to get started, of course, shameless shill, come on out to Drip to BTC and create a wallet, no KYC necessary, and get started with literally as little as $50. You send that and you will earn 30% on your deposit. And then you can start buying Bitcoin at discounts and increasing your sats, stacking sats, and not miss out on this massive amount of capital gains that will come in the next decade or two, according to, of course, people much smarter than me, like Michael Saylor. So I think it's worth the risk. And if there's anything out in crypto worth betting on, it would indeed be Bitcoin, which is why I say like it's 99% guaranteed. It's as close to 100 as we're going to get, especially with what we've seen with ETFs, nation state adoption, showing up in the elections now. So I believe, as Michael Saylor put, it is too big to fail and cannot be, it's nation state resistant, can't be attacked. So something short of a black swan event where we're all suffering from a nuclear holocaust and going back to the Stone Age, that's the safest bet, I would assume. And of course, again, when you zoom out and look at how it's performed against all other asset classes, it's been the top almost every year. So it is indeed a safe bet, in my humble opinion, not financial advice, of course. All right, that's all I got. Smash that HBO special. Help a brother out. Like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See you.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now